G'day everyone. Well, it's been a few weeks since we've been in the shed and kept cleaning up. Finally got rid of the black Mazda 3. It is gone. But what's in its place? My son's Hilux. Really? It just never ends, does it? So last time we had the mower up on the chain block and we could see that the drive belt was coming off. And then drove out and the belt came off again. And then realised, bonk bonk, there was some real major damage. You can tell just by looking in there that the front bolts on the transmission on this side and on the other side are totally broken off. So the first thing we're going to do is take this bolt off here. There's one on the other side, and then underneath here there's two bolts in the front. That's what holds and keeps the transmission from like moving around. And then take off the four bolts that we know that are broken, and then we're just going to jack up the back of the mower, put some blocks under it, keep it up, and hopefully the transmission should just pull away from it. Still there?
Oh no. Yep.
Yes?
Yep. Oh yes. Yep.
On the blocks though?
Yep. Whoa.
Okay, well we've got it out. It's really dirty, so we'll obviously give it a clean. You can see part of the frame is still attached here, so we'll unbolt that. That's got to be welded back onto the frame. You can see through all of this here. And all of this, we'll clean all this out. And one of the really tragic things is, now attached to here is supposed to be a pull wire, but this broke off. This is actually supposed to be attached on here. So hopefully that can be ordered and can be replaced. Otherwise, I'm not sure what we're going to do there. Well, it's another week or so has gone by. So I've come home after work. We used the pressure washer that's now been repaired. Pressure washed the axle that we got off the mower. And now we've got to work towards welding all of these back together, welding it all up. This part that was originally in here is got to be welded back into place. And on the other side, got to do some hammering, put things back in place, and then weld all that together. The idea is probably get some supports either top or bottom and add that just to strengthen it up. Now there is a few parts broken, as you can see. This here is it's called the bypass lever, and this here is the other half that's broken off. So I've emailed a friend of mine who runs his own mower shop so we can get that part, get a new one of these, because there's, like, as you can see, 3 blades missing off of it, to get the actual proper mounting nuts, because the other ones had worn out completely, and get it all back together. Well, I've had this a whole week and a half and I still haven't opened it. So the sun's going down, so I thought quickly, let's get it open, set up, and maybe even try it out. Okay, so what have we got? Well, obviously we've got the welder. The actual MIG is already attached to it, so that's permanent. We've obviously got the ground wire which attaches, and power's already connected. There's a manual. There's a strap, which is probably for all the cabling. Looks like a carry strap because it's light enough to carry around. And you've got a few spares in here. So there's an extra tip. It's actually set up that it could be used for gas because it's got the holes in it. And the outside tip as well, which we may or may not use. Set it up. This is the starter pack that I also bought. And there's 2 main boxes. One's going to be the helmet, and then the rest of the gear, which is fireproof apron, there's the chipping hammer, which has also got a wire brush on it. There's the MIG pliers, cutting the wire, we're also cleaning the inside of the tips. And they even give you a magnet. Might even say 12 kilo rating. Let's see what the helmet looks like. Pair of welder's gloves. And they're at least not too short. Cover up half your forearm. And welding helmet. Lenses. And it's an auto sensing one at that. And obviously for $109 from Bunnings, a full set. Everything's obviously not the world's best quality, but it's starting somewhere. Well, I've grinded the edge of this and I've grinded the edge of the other part that it's got to be joined to. So what I've done is I've actually created a beveled edge, and I've done that for the reason so that there's a little chamfered edge like this for the weld to sit into. If you have two bits of metal flushly joined, the weld only sits on top and it really doesn't hold it that much. So by creating that beveled edge on either piece, you can actually then have a spot for the weld to sit in.
Can't get it that smooth. And that all?
Yeah.
So then you got it flat.
Well, now that we've got all that special welding done with the special chamfered edges that I put in place so that the welding would hold better, I'm going to grind them all off. Grind all the surfaces, all the surface rust that's appeared on the sides, right through to the back where we had some cracks. They all got welded up, so we're going to smooth them all off, getting it all ready to paint it up. Get the hitching point all nice and ready as well. Onto the side that actually had the broken piece, we're using a flap wheel just to grind everything down smooth. And again, surface rust, take it off, getting ready, get out some nice shiny gloss black paint. So I've got the eldest boy here who was behind the camera, got him to get on the can and actually do some work. Point out where it needs to be done, make sure all the surface is covered so we don't get some further rust coming through. And just to make it all look nice and shiny. And a good job he's doing too. Okay team, that wraps it up for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Please do the usual thing that we all ask for, the whole usual subscribe and like. It helps us out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave some comments and we'll see you on the next one as we continue to get the Husqvarna Ride-On back together.